DJing with MP3s or other digital files is very convenient, but sometimes you just need to break out an old piece of vinyl to use in your set. Torque allows you to do this, put a real record on and throw it into your mix. But on top of that, Torque will allow you to process the record through all the built-in effects, just as if you were spinning an MP3. The way to do this is to take advantage of the line input. First, open up Torque's preferences, and you'll see two options on the Audio Preferences tab called Line Input A and Line Input B. I'm going to set Line Input A for the left deck to inputs 1 and 2 for the connective, because that's where this turntable's hooked up. Line Input B I could set to 3 and 4 to be able to process the other turntable. Once these are set, all I have to do is click the Line Input button on Torque's mixer, and that will enable the line input for that channel. As we can hear, this record is now being fed directly through Torque. We can see the meters moving, showing that Torque is receiving the signal, and everything's running great. All right, so now with this running, I need to match the tempo of this song to the Torque's effects by using the tap tempo. All I have to do is tap on the BPM of the screen, and Torque will begin to figure out what the tempo is. Looks like this one's about 140 or so. 141. All right, so now with these running, I can start using the effects just as if I was using an MP3. I can layer on a delay, for example. And you can hear that the delay is tempo synced to the music, even when I turn up the feedback. And that's true for all the effects, even the repeat. Right? So everything works just as if you were using the MP3. But on top of that, you also have the mix knobs on the connective that can be used as a master wet-dry blend between the original signal from the vinyl and the signals coming from the effects. So if I were to turn up something like this flanger here, add some delay, I can get this thing to feed back a lot, and I can also fade back to the clean signal again, and fade back to the affected signal, and back to dry. So with those two controls, either a MIDI controller controlling the effects directly or the wet-dry mix of the connective, you can add a lot of different flavor to the records that you'd want to throw into your mix.